The road to WrestleMania 41 hit overdrive on WWE Raw, just 48 hours after Elimination Chamber shook the WWE Universe. From CM Punk's volcanic rage to a shocking title change, the Red brand delivered chaos, carnage, and critical WrestleMania build. Let's break down the action. CM Punk and Seth Rollins ignite Raw. The show erupted with CM Punk storming the ring, still fuming over his Chamber loss. Punk unleashed a blistering promo, roasting The Rock, fake title, John Cena, selling bullshit *T to kids, and Seth Rollins, wheelchair-bound if Becky doesn't save you. When Rollins charged out, the rivals brawled through the crowd, destroying security and setting up a steel cage match next week in Madison Square Garden. This segment was pure fire. Punk's raw intensity and Rollins' unhinged energy set the tone for their WrestleMania collision. After the brawl, Adam Pearce confirmed the steel cage match for next week, adding fuel to the fire. Punk and Rollins' war is now the centerpiece of Raw, and their WrestleMania match promises to be a brutal, career-defining clash. Gunther vs. Otis, heavyweight slugfest. Gunther defended his World Heavyweight Champion aura against an unexpectedly ferocious Otis. The ring general traded brutal chops and slams with the powerhouse, who nearly scored the upset with a thunderous powerbomb. Gunther ultimately prevailed, but Otis earned respect. Post-match, Jey Uso rushed in for the save, only to fall victim to A-Town Down Under's ambush. Gunther's dominance remains unchallenged, but Jey's resilience keeps their WrestleMania feud red-hot. Later in the show, Jey Uso cut a fiery promo, vowing to take down Gunther at WrestleMania. He also called out A-Town Down Under, setting up a potential tag match next week to further the storyline. The War Raiders retained tag gold in a thriller. The Creed brothers pushed the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar, to their limits in a tag team title classic. Julius and Brutus dazzled with a 450 splash and shooting star press, but the Raiders' raw power sealed the win via War Machine. Though the Creeds fell short, their star-making performance proves WWE's tag division is thriving. The Raiders' reign continues, but American mage Chad Gable looms with a mysterious Mexican gift that could shift the balance. After the match, Chad Gable was shown opening the mystery box from Mexico. Inside was a luchador mask, hinting at a potential alliance or a new rival. Gable's cryptic smile suggested big things are coming for American-made. Ludwig Kaiser-Penta Brawl. Ludwig Kaiser attempted to cut a promo hyping Gunther's dominance and WrestleMania plans, but was interrupted by Penta. Kaiser, despite being primarily a manager, showed some impressive athleticism as he brawled with Penta, culminating in a dive onto Penta outside the ring. This surprise attack and Kaiser's unexpected fighting ability added a spark to the segment, but the overall feud still lacks a strong narrative. Bron Breakker obliterates Judgment Day. Intercontinental Champion Bron Breakker faced Judgment Day's mind games head-on. After Finn Balor taunted him backstage, Breakker annihilated Carlito and Dominic Mysterio, then sent Balor scrambling. Breakker's explosive intensity is unmatched, and this feud positions him as WWE's next unstoppable force. With Judgment Day unraveling, Balor vs. Breakker at WrestleMania could steal the show. Balor was seen arguing with Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio, further hinting at tension within Judgment Day. Priest's frustration with Balor's leadership could lead to a full-blown split, adding another layer to this feud. Now that we've recapped the show, let's look into the up, the down, and the ugly. The up. Punk vs. Rollins Chaos. The opening brawl was a masterclass in storytelling. Punk's profanity-laced rage and Rollins' manic energy made this feud feel deeply personal. The steel cage announcement ensures their war escalates perfectly toward WrestleMania. Gunther's ruthless showcase. Gunther and Otis delivered a shockingly physical match that elevated both men. The champ's powerbomb finish and post-match assault on Jey Uso solidified his menace, while Jey's resilience keeps fans invested in their David vs. Goliath clash. Tag team excellence. The War Raiders vs. Creeds was a thrilling sprint that highlighted WWE's tag division resurgence. The Raiders' brute force versus the Creeds' high-flying artistry is a recipe for must-see TV. The down. Ludwig Kaiser's flat promo. Kaiser's generic rant against Penta fell flat. While Penta's dive salvaged the segment, this feud lacks the depth needed to captivate fans. WWE needs to inject urgency into their rivalry ASAP. Judgment Day's stagnation. Finn Balor's trash talk felt repetitive, and Carlito and Dom's involvement added little. With Liv, Dominic issues with Finn leading to a continuous Judgment Day's cohesion and crumbling. The creative team must pivot to avoid any sort of irrelevance outcome from this story. The Ugly. John Cena's absence, John Cena's heel turn at Elimination Chamber ignited buzz, but his Raw absence felt like a missed chance. Fans craved his response, especially after aligning with The Rock against Cody Rhodes. His no-show created a void in the WrestleMania build. Was it fear, or a calculated move to amplify anticipation? Regardless, a crucial story chapter was skipped. Raw capitalized on Elimination Chamber's chaos, delivering WrestleMania-worthy moments. Punk vs. Rollins and Gunther vs. Jay are shaping up as show stealers, while Breakker's rise and the tag division's resurgence add depth to the card. That wrap up our recap of the WWE Raw and the Up, Down, and the Ugly. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel till then. Take care. See you next time, Wrestle News Maniacs.